Welcome to video about learning English through horror stories. In this video, we will explore how you can improve your English skills while getting scared by spooky tales. By combining language learning with the thrill of horror, you will not only expand your vocabulary and grammar, but also have fun along the way. So sit back, relax, and get ready for a spine-chilling experience that will help you take your English to the next level. Let's begin. The Killer Santa. It was Christmas Eve and the city was in celebration. The lights shone brightly, decorating every corner and making everyone feel happy and excited. But not everyone was excited about the arrival of the date. A wave of brutal crimes began to take place, all with a peculiar pattern. The victim had been murdered by a man dressed as Santa Claus. The police were desperate to find the killer, but he always seemed to be one step ahead. The city was plunged in fear, people locked their doors and windows, and children were afraid to sleep alone in their rooms. One dark night, a mother was reading horror stories to her son before bed. They were in the middle of a story about a murderer who disguised himself as Santa Claus when they heard a noise outside. The mother thought it was just the wind, but the noise persisted. Suddenly, they heard a scratching sound coming from the window, and the mother got up to check. What she saw left her paralyzed with fear. There was a man dressed as Santa Claus standing outside the window. His eyes were fixed on the mother and child, and they could feel his evil presence. He opened his mouth and began to laugh, a sinister laugh that echoed through the house. The mother quickly grabbed her son and ran into the bedroom, locking the door behind them. But the killer wasn't going to give up so easily. He started pounding on the door, trying to break it down. The mother knew they wouldn't have enough time to escape, so she came up with a desperate idea. She took a kitchen knife and told her son to hide under the bed. When the killer finally managed to break down the door, the mother faced him with a knife in hand. The assassin lunged at her, but the mother managed to slash her throat with the knife. Blood spurted across the floor as the killer fell to the floor, dead. The mother hugged her son, but knew that the sense of security she had known before would never return. From that day on, the city was never the same. The Christmas lights now looked dark and menacing, and the image of a murderer dressed as Santa Claus still haunted people. The mother and her son would never forget the terror they faced that night, and they would never again read horror stories before bed.